Welcome back, File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host, joined as always by Dom
Hello, guys. Hello. Hello. Yep. Hello.
and Aubie.
Hey y'all.
And this week, we talked about it last week, and really the next 3 weeks we are doing what we're calling the ism shows, our ism episodes. Today we're doing Dom ism. These are all three matches that we feel are Dom coded.
Yes.
I think uh I think these all align with that, maybe
Yes.
very well.
100%. I
Uh
I think I'll explain real quick what I think Domism and just what a Dom match is. I just like matches where they beat the shit out of each other. I like stiff stuff, which most people like stiff stuff. And I also like when it has like a good flow of offense from both guys. It doesn't have to be 50-50 because I hate a lot of that 50-50 bullshit, but just keep I like it when it's a sprint, almost a good sprint. A good length is fun. I just like that. Like, that's fun. And then it's cool guys, cool masks. That always gets you a big push for me because masks are awesome. Anytime I played a fighting game as a kid, I was like, who has the coolest face covering? That's who I'm gonna play.
yeah.
Did that shit with Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat, and guess what? Noob Saibot is awesome. So
I mean that's
Oh, Noob Saibot was a beast, dude.
yeah, he was the fucking coolest. Mortal Kombat is awesome, but also, guys, wrestling is cool, especially when it's short and it's fun and they beat the shit out of each other, or a good length.
and
So
speaking
Dom
Yep.
likes it when it's stiff and a good length.
Fuck. No, you're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Mine
You're not wrong, Dom.
would you
Yeah.
guys consider mine a good length?
Yes. I think I
I don't know.
love
Send
that.
it in the chat.
Oh, no.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
hey.
Yeah,
I am
it's
not
perfect.
talking about his
Perfect for a TV match.
Yes,
my
I think it's very fun.
my match this week is Jerry Lynn versus Alex Shelley versus Austin Starr versus Petey Williams versus Shark Boy versus Sanjay Dutt. TNA 32907 is the air date on this. It is I think it's Escape is the gimmick.
Escape.
Yeah,
So
Escape.
it's what? Is it a
So
cage eliminator, and then the final 1v1 is an escape the
is
cage
Escape the
thing?
Cage, yeah.
Okay,
Which
that's very lucha.
yeah, it is very interesting. It's it's very fun. Austin Starr is Austin Aries. That's the only
Yeah, I was really like, who's this Austin Star guy? He kind of looks like the air. Oh, and he does the fucking brainbuster.
yeah,
Turns out they are the same person.
it is just Austin Aries, yeah.
I like
um
that gear. I like his gear here. I think it's cool. I like
yeah,
stars and stuff.
it like when I watched it initially I was kind of confused because I was like Austin Starr. This looks like Austin Aries and then I went,
Yep. Oh,
"Oh
that
yeah."
is Austin Aries.
And
Yeah,
then
I did the
yeah,
exact same thing.
I was like, "Well, it is TNA." Where like I mean, they even say on the commentary they're like they mention Senshi later later in the
Yeah. Oh my
show.
god. Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, didn't
they're
wasn't it Aries that wrestled him at lockdown?
I have no idea.
This
Yeah, we
that's
lost
this is
Okada.
like the week,
Yeah,
not the
this is
week
like
before, but this is the TV before lockdown.
it's the go
That's
home
why they're
show.
in the cage. Yeah. Yeah, it's Senshi and Austin Starr, and the special referee is Bob
Bob
Backlund, who is
Backlund,
just
that's right.
Oh my
doing
god.
doing up downs or whatever
He
for
is
the
Yeah,
doing
dude, he's in the match whole time going
step
up, down,
exercises.
steps.
Yeah.
he
Mm-hmm.
is doing they say it on commentary, the Harvard step test. I
Yeah.
don't know
Hey.
But
what
they
that
say it
is.
like 2 minutes after, because when it just opens and it pans to across the stage, and they're doing the regular Impact Open,
Yes.
and Bob Backlund is just there doing exercises next to the ramp.
And
Yeah.
speaking of commentary, it's a sentiment shared by many people. One of the rare, very fun and listenable to commentary teams in a wrestling show, Mike Tenay and Don West.
Maybe the
So good.
Very,
perfect
very, yeah.
play off of each other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They're really not obnoxious at all. It's kind of crazy.
no, you can like so this the whole clip which I don't know if you went and reclipped it, Aubie. since the quality on mine was kind of poo-poo. But
I tried to, but like every
quality was
file I found of this is bad
Look,
quality
yeah,
just because of its 2007 impact.
yeah, on
well,
probably a broadcast tape.
Unless you get like the official TNA YouTube re-upload of this era of stuff, it's just gonna look like shit.
yeah, like I found this. So do you want to know how I got this match? Like the clips for this
Yes,
match? So I went to the mega folder.
the 12 terabyte
Yes, and like
schizo mega folder.
found it, downloaded this episode, and then cut it all on my work computer. I didn't do it on on my home computer with good internet speed and the proper editing tools I have. Nope, I
The
did it.
boss is gonna call you into the office and go like, "Are you pirating TNA on the
Now,
work
what is
fucking Wi-Fi?"
TNA?
Yeah,
He's gonna
Yeah,
think it's porn.
yeah.
what
Are you
is
Were
watching
you
TNA?
watching
TNA
tits
in
and ass?
Yeah.
it
What's
is the
going
tits
on?
and ass company.
No, it's more embarrassing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
no, it's
wrestling. I'm sorry, sir.
instead I am watching men in tights punch each other and
Yeah.
hit
Just that
all
star,
kinds
I,
of.
I meant to say this earlier though. While I'm thinking about it, that was like his paparazzi productions
Mm.
era deal. He had already been
Oh,
in TNA as Austin Aries before,
interesting.
Oh.
and then they brought him in as brought
Yep.
him, I guess, back. I don't know. He was suspended a lot in TNA.
Aries is
Yeah.
a guy I think of that I like synonymize with TNA and especially the X division. Um, he's
Austin Aries has some sick ass TNA stuff.
hmm he's one of those guys that I like. I picture him more in Impact than I do in like TNA than I do in ROH or anything else. Even though I've watched some of his ROH stuff, obviously, but like he's definitely a guy that I think fits that um I guess mold a little more. And also like maybe it's just because of when I was watching TNA
Mhm.
and like do you guys remember him being Suicide? And
He
like
was
No,
suicide.
I
yeah.
checked in and out of TNA a lot over the course of the run.
So I granted the people who played Suicide was the broad, like pretty much like anybody who could fit in the suit played Suicide.
Wasn't it Kazarian at one point?
I think Kazarian did it. I think Daniels did it. Aries.
Okada did it.
Yeah, like
Really?
a ton of, literally a ton of people
God, I
were
hate Okada.
Suicide. Like
TJP.
TJP's
Ugh.
like the one who they like
Yeah.
They stuck around for the brag.
inevitably like gave the gimmick to, especially when they like renamed the gimmick and made him Manic.
I don't
But
watch any match with TJP in it, regardless, because I think he's just corny. Because TJ, like, get the fuck out of here, TJP.
yeah,
Fucking
like it
ass wang penis.
so they had the gimmick, they had the option C gimmick, right? Where like you could
Hmm.
if you held the title long enough, basically you could turn it in for a chance to win, like or for a chance at the world title. Like you'd immediately skip to the front of the line, which is a gimmick I like. I know some people
Yeah,
do
that's
not like
cool.
it, but
No, that's cool, man. I like shit like that.
yeah, I think it's cool. But anyway, so Suicide had won the title, and his whole reason for being Suicide to win the title was so that way he could get get the thing, do option C, and then I think it was to get back at Bully Ray, who was champion at that point.
Yeah, oof.
Oh God.
Yeah.
TNA still in business.
TNA still in business. TNA in bed with fucking with
Some would argue
WWE.
probably maybe shouldn't be in business anymore.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Their top champ is an NXT wrestler now, so
Oh man, oh man. I mean,
yeah.
can you imagine how much of a loser do you think those guys feel like that they're just like, yep, we're gonna job all of our guys out to developmental NXT guys. You know
Well,
what
they
I'm
are
saying?
all losers. Have you? Every time there's like a big TNA show, I'll peep the cage match to see like
And it
if
looks, it
there's
all looks awful.
anything that sounded interesting, and it's like the most like nothing combination of wrestlers you've ever seen.
That is fair. Who the fuck is watching? What is it? Corey Macklin? Steve? Get the fuck
No,
out of here.
Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin. I'm not fucking watching that. Who are you, buddy?
Not anyway. Getting into this match.
It's a good match, guys.
So
We've
yeah,
already bullshitted about TNA for longer than this match runs.
yeah, actually, unironically, yes. It's a maybe 5 minute sprint.
It's like 6 minutes, and you literally, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Spots, cool
there's
moves. I like it.
it's different from Aubie's match, which we'll get into obviously, but different from that where it's a tag and like there's a ton of stuff happening, but like it's like one or two guys at a time. This
Yeah, they
is,
do an interesting thing where there's like the main action is happening in the middle of the ring, and for most of it, that's just a pairing.
Mhm.
And then
But
on the perimeter, people are punching each other, which was popping me huge. Like, goddamn, when did we lose that recipe? Because this is '07 and they're still out there throwing punches.
And all these guys have good punches. They're pretty good.
Shark Boy had awesome punches, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, Yeah, he has good ass punches. I was thinking.
Yeah, he's like Shark. So I specifically found this match because I wanted to find a Shark Boy match, right?
Yeah,
Like
because
that
I love
was
sharks.
that was my initial like reasoning basically. But then like so I tried to find that, and then like I found this, and I was just like, oh well, all of these guys I feel like are Dom guys, you know?
They are. Yes, they are.
And so
I like Jerry Lynn. I like Shelly. I think Shelly's handsome as shit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jerry Lynn's a fun little nerd guy. He's cool.
yeah, he is. So like you said, Aubie, this kind of starts in the starts, and then the main stuff will be in the middle, but then like everything else, like there's still things happening on the perimeter, but like the commentary and the cameras kind of focus on like on one
One guy at a
pairing,
time.
which is smart because like you cannot follow all six of these guys.
It's probably like capture this match in the fullest, right?
So yeah,
It's 6 minutes long, and there's 6 people in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, each and like basically each person gets a shine, and then like that's
yeah, and it's almost plays out where like you eliminate somebody and then you get eliminated. It doesn't exactly follow that path, but it was funny for a minute. It's on that track.
Yeah, they all kind of get like a little bit in like of offense before people start getting eliminated. Like you get like Sanjay gets the moonsault, and
Dude,
then
Sanjay is so fucking cool. I think.
yeah, Sanjay Dutt fucking yeah, Sanjay, wrestle, please. Like I don't know if there's a reason why you're not wrestling, but like
Do you think he can still pull off the shit he was doing?
I think he could still work a good match. I don't know if he can be this era Sanjay Dutt,
That's fair. No, that's a fair assessment.
because like he's doing like he's doing all kinds of stuff here, but I think he could still, like, you could put him in there with, like, I don't know, have him tag with Jay Lethal, and he could be a good hot tag guy at the very least.
I can see that.
Yeah, just have him be like wrestling, like, I don't know, on the undercard on ROH or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. AEW is weird. Anyway, he does a moonsault and then like gets Germaned by Alex Shelley.
He does like a wheelbarrow German. It's very fun.
Yeah, and then you cut to Petey and Shark Boy, and then Jerry Lynn literally hip tosses everyone else in the match. Like
yeah.
he the only person he doesn't hip toss is himself. Like it is kind of
Oh yeah,
funny.
you get a hip toss train.
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
It's like a bump and feed of hip tosses. It's very funny.
But then like Aries like gets up, tries to fight him, and then gets lined. And then Shark Boy and Shelly like go up and into the corner, and then that's when Shark Boy hits the Dead Sea drop, which is his like flipping stunner that he
It's
hits.
that's what Masato Tanaka's move, right? Diamond Dust, almost.
He used to do a regular stunner too.
Yep,
Shark Boy.
Yeah, when
Mr. Shark Boy.
Shark Boy, dude, he does like he does all the cool things, right? Like he has a cool finisher. He punches well. He
He's cool.
he's just a cool wrestler. But yeah, so he hits the Dead Sea Drop and he pins Alex Shelley, right? I didn't write this in my notes. I'm just remembering, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately like gets up and just like like no wasted movement, right? Gets the
Yes.
pin and just immediately starts attacking Sanjay. And
This has a very good flow. It's fun to watch as fuck.
yeah, then he like Sanjay uh hits a little like moonsault combo, and Sanjay and Jerry Lynn go at it. All this that's when Jerry Lynn power bombs Sanjay into the side of the cage. Which
Bro,
is
Jerry Lynn looks strong as fuck during that because he just keeps like picking him up for like repeated power bombs and shit,
mm-hmm.
and then he hits him with the what do you call it? The Gosh pile driver.
Yeah, where he puts the arm like through
Mm-hmm.
through the middle of the legs and stuff.
Yep.
And then yeah,
Good move.
he gets that. Austin Aries hits a brain buster, which looks amazing on Shark Boy.
He's so good. Austin Aries is so good in this match in the little moments of like not fully stooging, but like showing ass and doing the big heel selling and stuff.
He does a bunch of back rakes. It's fun. He always does eye rakes.
Yeah, like you think of Austin Aries and Ring of Honor having the the long ass epic matches, but this is like a good piece of evidence that he was a good TV worker too.
Yeah. He I like the little like bit they have where it's PD and Jerry Lynn like teaming up on Aries, and they like both kick him like right in the midsection so he bends over, and Jerry Lynn like puts him in position for the pile driver.
Oh yeah. It's
And
fun.
PD like begs him basically.
Please, let me fucking kill him.
Yeah. And like the crowd's like popping crazy because like
Petey Williams is awesome.
Yeah, because it wasn't every wrestler on God's green earth wasn't doing the Canadian Destroyer. It was just Petey.
Yeah, so like he's got the Destroyer over as hell, and so he's like, no, can I do it? And
it's the biggest reaction of the match by far.
Dude, Jerry like tosses him into the right in position. He kills him with the Destroyer, pins him, and then like immediately Jerry and Petey start like going into it, and Jerry Lynn like takes out Petey, starts climbing into the top of the cage. They both get to the top of the cage and they're like punching each other. And I remember like when I was watching it initially, I was like, is this gonna be one of those things where like somebody just takes like a crazy ass fall bump?
Not this time.
From the top of the cage to win it? You know what I mean? I was like, is that how this is gonna go down? Because that would be nuts.
Top 10 TNA OMG moments. Number 1, the cage dive.
But like, even still, like they play it really smart where they both start to try and climb down, but they're still fighting, and then like Jerry basically kind of dazes him by ramming his head off the cage and then jumps down. And like,
see, I thought this was very counterintuitive to me. It almost felt like this wasn't a cage match until like right before the show, because I'm like, why would you bang your opponent's head off the cage when it's first one to escape win? He does hold on to the hair.
Yeah, they say that on commentary.
But I was like, that was kind of anticlimactic a little bit and counterintuitive.
Yeah,
but it worked.
It worked, yeah. And then like it that part I think doesn't matter because like immediately as soon as Jerry Lynn lands,
ugly ass Christopher Daniel hits him right in the back. He looks so fucking ugly here.
With a bat. I guess I don't know exactly, but I guess Daniels is feuding with Sting, or is about to feud with Sting, because they kind of mentioned on commentaries like a few weeks ago he had the jacket and now he's got the bat and all this stuff. And like,
let's see what was popping off at Lockdown. 07 for Christopher Daniels. Oh, Jerry Lynn.
Jerry
Which,
Lynn.
you know what?
Ugh.
I'd probably watch that match, and I'd probably enjoy
Honestly,
it.
it's probably, yeah. How long does it go?
13 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's probably pretty good. Yeah, they probably just, you know.
It's probably Christopher Daniels is like a call wrestler to me, but
yeah,
it's probably
that's fair.
fine. It's probably that's like a very personality-free match. I feel like you need a stronger personality to make that work, but it's probably solid.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I mean, I would probably enjoy the match, but I mean, I get if you guys wouldn't, you know. Maybe I'll
There's a blindfold steel cage match on here between James Storm and Chris Harris that has a .79 rating. On
That's
Cage.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
that's right. Because like now I'm thinking about it, like the Jerry Lynn match, like it's every match in a cage. So like
What a
Yeah,
gimmick.
no, Lockdown was a fucking stupid gimmick.
it was both
But
stupid and I love it at the same time. Does that make sense?
it's
Like
it's very much like pancakes. You know,
it's
I
it's
don't want to eat 20 pancakes.
it's stupid, but at the same time, like I mean, you know, like I was kind of talking with one of my buddies when I was watching the match. He was like, "Why did they go away from like? Because he watches wrestling, but he's a very like casual wrestling fan." And so he's like, "Why did they go away from the six-sided ring?" And I like explained, you know, like
Hulk Hogan.
Hogan came in, blah blah blah, didn't, you know, wanted to kind of make them like everybody else. And he was like, "Well, that's stupid, because like the whole reason they have a six-sided ring is because it makes them stand out." And I go, "And you fucking get it, but clearly Hulk fucking Hogan didn't." Like,
Yeah, well, but to be fair, and this is not a sentence you'll hear very often, especially from me. To be fair to Hulk Hogan, most of the guys in TNA did not like the six-sided ring.
They did not like bumping and that shit that I've heard a lot.
yeah, and I get it, but also like, I don't know, brother, go work Mexico or something, like, and you won't hate the six-sided ring as much.
Yeah, those fucking stiff fucking cement.
Yeah, but it's not as if like going from the six-sided ring to the four-sided ring is not like the moment that they became WWE light. They've got Bob Backlund doing the Mr. Backlund gimmick in the background of this match.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was always a part of the TNA DNA.
The DNA.
I guess early on
TNA.
it was Russo era WCW, but they were always.
Do you fucking remember when Piper was like, "You killed Owen"? Just unreal fucking things happening. Also
That's pretty
hilarious.
crazy. They gave Piper a microphone and
Something
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
wouldn't do that.
something I'm literally realizing right now while we're recording, so I'm gonna bring it up, is that none of us brought Lucha, which like, I'm kind of impressed because like, I mean, I guess, well, we will get into it, but your match is kind of like Lucha Resu a little bit, but like, nobody
very much.
Nobody brought like a pure lucha libre like straight from Mexico, and like
I was thinking about it.
I feel like we missed a good opportunity to bring like, you know, something from like with Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero or something, you know, or like
I was thinking it, but
yeah,
I just wanted to bring something that was super stiff because I love stiff.
little
Yeah,
inside.
that's. I'll talk about it when we get to mine. I had that in mind as well. I wanted something stiff, but also I was working on a bit when I picked it.
Yeah.
I've abandoned the bit, but
which I still think that would be a very fun bit.
I was wondering if you were gonna commit to the bit like still, or if if you were bailing on the bit, but
can I ask, not to spoil the match, in the Battle Arts version, do they kick each other's ass extra hard because it's Battle Arts?
yes, they brawl over the building. There's like a ton of blood.
That's awesome.
But it's also a natural escalation. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
yeah, I mean, well, I mean, we can kind of get into it now, right? Like,
yeah, I guess we're done.
Yeah, we are done with TNA.
Aubie's match is Dick Togo, Men's Tail, Shiru, Funaki. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his fucking first name. Fuck it. Taka Michinoku.
Funaki?
Yeah, listen, my brain. Yeah, it's all right.
That's fair.
Grand Hamada, Grand Naniwa, Masato Yakushiji. Yeah, there we go. Super
He is
Dolphin
the Robin Hood guys. Yeah.
and the Great Sasuke from Michinoku Pro 12/16/96.
I fucking love this match. This is really good.
Dude, this is like I wrote fuck damn near a page and a half worth of notes for this match.
Because a lot does happen, but I love it.
A lot happens, and like also I am not very well versed in the world of Michinoku Pro. So like, you know, when it comes to Taka's team,
what is it? DX? Not DX. Not
Kai
fucking
and Tai
DX.
DX.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is short for deluxe.
Yeah.
but like
Kai and Tai Deluxe.
But like I know those guys obviously because like I know Taka, I know Funaki, Vince Teo, Dick Togo looks fucking insane here, and then like Shiryu, like I mean that's process of elimination. When you get to the other,
Hayashi, by the way.
But yeah, it's Kaz Hayashi. Shiryu is Kaz Hayashi.
when you get to the other side, I'm like, okay, I know these names, right? Like I know, but like I only can pick out from a crowd Hamada and Sasuke. Like
Hamada is someone you should watch more of, and I think everyone should watch more of.
Hamada is. You talked about Lucharesu, like he's the godfather of all that.
He is
Michinoku Pro itself
good.
was a sort of a breakaway from his Universal promotion, and he trained the guys that he didn't train in this match. Trained the other guys in this match, except for Funaki. He was a Fujiwara guy, battle arts guy, but he just decided he liked the lucha stuff better.
He probably got his ass beat last. He's like, fuck it, yeah, I like this.
He doesn't get to do a lot in this.
Yeah,
match.
he's on second watch. That was something that I really noticed. He's probably featured the least of anybody in this match.
Yeah, even like out of both teams, like it's not like there's somebody on the other team who doesn't really get a lot. Like really, like he's kind of gets a little left out, I think. But like later in the match, he's like kind of limping, and I don't know if that's he's selling or if that's a situation where he's like just
probably good selling.
Well, I don't know if it's that or if it's for real. His knee was just like probably messed up a little bit. Yeah,
very possible because he does do very little in this match compared to the rest of them. And Shiryu does almost a disproportionately high amount compared to most of these. Well, because this was a long running and sort of famous feud, right? Like the October version of this match is the match that really kind of puts Michinoku Pro on the map. It's a Meltzer 5-star. It's like the blueprint for the modern Spot Fest. Although there's a lot in this and that has been lost in the process. Sure. It's not just like a total psychology free thing, but like the Kai and Tai versus I can't remember what the Michinoku Pro Army something goon, right? The main, the older
Sasuke goon.
Yeah, but Sasuke, whatever you want to call him.
Sasuke's team.
The babyface team.
Yeah, Technicos.
They had that very famous Kurikan October 10th. These days is how people usually refer to it because that's the name of the show. Super famous Spot Fest match, which is the bit that I was going to do was this for Dom because Super Dolphin is a dolphin.
Yes.
Grand Naniwa is a crab.
Yes, I like the.
Masato Yakushiji used to be Monkey Magic.
Oh, really? He's
yeah,
Monkey Magic Wakita?
He was the early Michinoku Pro Monkey Magic. There was a different Monkey Magic in Osaka.
Okay, gotcha.
Sasuke has a sick mask, and this is the one. So the 10-10 match is just like a spectacular spot fest like nobody had seen that shit before ever. So I was going to bring that for Brady because he has said before, right? He loves spot fest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is that, but really stiff and hateful.
I love that.
And then the one I was going to bring for myself is the same. It's not a 10-man. I think it's an 8-man. In Battle Arts, that is just necessarily more violent and it's bloody. And Naniwa has like a incredible like babyface comeback that's very like old school coded almost, you know. So I was going to bring that for me. But this is they did it on the 10th, October 10th, and then they did one on December 1st and December 9th. So by the time they get to this one, it's just much more heated.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
so
I mean,
there's a lot more stank on the stuff they're doing to each other.
they're trying to rip each other's heads off,
Yeah.
like even before the bell rings.
That's the thing about this one too. Like, it is a spot fest, but there's a very clear babyface heel dynamic, and the babyfaces are over like crazy.
Dude, every time
Everybody on the babyface team is like, I mean, Hamada comes in. Naniwa might be the most over guy of all of them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're chanting Naniwa like.
Yeah. And he's 19
crazy.
here, which I did not realize until today. And I sent you guys that.
Yeah.
He died very young.
I know. It's very upsetting.
But God, he's incredible in this match too.
I didn't even know he did.
Yeah, he died at like age 33 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he died really young. Yakushiji retired young. He's kind of the forgotten early Michinoku Pro guy, because Dom was like, "Who is this guy in the Robin Hood getup?" Which is like the perfect.
Is that the green like?
Yeah.
So for reference, by the way, I didn't know the difference. So I always in my notes referenced as Green Guy 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other gentleman, I think is that Super Dolphin that is in like
he has the pointy dolphin nose. That's how you know it's Super Dolphin. Yeah.
So
which he was crazy over too, and like he sort of has a reputation now of being like the least of these guys. But I also thought every time he came in the ring, he was fucking killing people.
Yes, I think that. I think Delphin is a guy that I think unfortunately, I don't know. I guess it's a style you work that already probably racks your body like fucking crazy, and I guess he coasts a lot. I think.
Yeah, he leaned way into the comedy stuff too later.
Yeah.
In Osaka Pro.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a killer here.
Yeah, because there are even some Osaka things, like he would have shooting like style matches where he would kill people. Like he was an athletic guy. He can jump high as fuck. He lariats your head off. He's dope.
But there's like I'd say it's hard to pick a standout. But Taka is killing people. Big Togo is murdering people. Especially when it's Togo and Yakushiji in together. Yeah. They have crazy chemistry.
I was feeling that the standout was Yakushiji because everything he did was beautiful, like Arena Mexico style, like lucha, like the best of the best.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he's so good. When he slides out of the ring,
he does the sliding head scissors and the crowd explodes. People are jumping. That's another thing. This match, people are literally jumping in the stands. It's great. They are so into this. Like, this must have been crazy to see live.
Yeah, and especially like, I still think this is super spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And the pace is unreal. But like, through 1996 eyes, like, they've never seen some shit. The only place they've ever seen shit like this before is in the other multi-mans that these guys have had.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Is like they're doing so much. Men's Teo wants to murder people, I think.
Yeah.
So Brady, want to know something about Men's Teo?
Sure, give me some. I mean, I kind of know.
Do you know that he's supposed to be? His name is just like Japanese Terry Funk or Terry Boy.
Yeah, he was Terry Boy before he was
Terry Boy.
Yeah.
Because it's a Kaniku man He's an extension of Terry Funk because Terry Boy is Kaneko Man. He's based off the Funk family. There's Dory Funk and all that because he does the spinning toe hold the whole time. It's very fun. So he's just men's Teo. That's the like almost a synonym.
Also one of the, if not the first, openly gay Japanese men's wrestler, and the person that Danshoku Dino is making fun of with his horrendous gimmick, and that's why he wears that gear. If you notice that Teo has the
tassels.
Yes, that's exactly what the Dino gimmick is. Haha, men's Teo is gay.
Which is
he's and guess what, Dino, you are an awful worker.
I fucking hate Dino.
Yeah,
gay panic bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about these good wrestlers.
Yeah, let's fuck Dino, but let's talk about how Min's Teo tries to wrap a steel chair around Sasuke's fucking head.
Oh my god.
It is awful. It is disgusting, like in the best way. They hold his head against the ropes, and then he full baseball swings a bit at the back of his cerebrum.
Well, like
I don't know how that didn't die. How you didn't die immediately.
That's the thing, right? Is like Teo, so like they hold his head against the ropes. And Teo does we're skipping, by the way, a ton of stuff.
No, you can't. If we were going to move by move this thing, this would be a 4-hour podcast. And you just need to watch it. Just go watch it.
That's the thing, yeah. I think it's almost always better just to riff on matches, too, because you can just talk about all the cool things.
There's so much stuff. But yeah, so Teo, they hold him against the bottom rope, and Teo does Teo does the leg drop on his head.
Oh, that too! And it's like his neck. They just want to break Sasuke's neck this whole match.
I literally wrote down in my notes, I said, they're trying to kill Sasuke's head. And then I see
he may have already been not paying them. I don't know. I don't know where we are in the timeline.
So that's okay. I gotcha.
So, okay, hold on. So Teo grabs the chair, and dude just fucking
swings that bitch.
Swings for the fences, just kills him on the crown of his head. Okay, the question. So Sasuke runs Impro.
Yes, he started in Universal, in Grand Hamada's Universal, and then broke off to start Michinoku Pro, which is a very historically important promotion. It's the first Japanese indie that is not based out of Tokyo. So it's the first regional Japanese indie promotion, and gets, obviously, we've talked about before how that Battle Arts Kurikan sold out because of Michinoku Pro. Michinoku Pro and Sasuke had a real moment in Japanese wrestling where it was a super hot promotion. But he's the boss. So if you had a chance to wrap a chair around your boss's head, even if you like your boss,
I guess the reason it's always confused me is because why? I guess I've always thought of it as Taka's promotion, because
Taka was a huge part always.
Because obviously it is Michinoku Pro.
Yeah.
And
Taka has had his own. A few different promotions because he can't keep his dick in his pants.
It's crazy. That boy is a playboy.
His name is a sign of respect for his mentor, the great Sasuke.
So
his name comes directly from Michinoku Pro.
I also imagine that Sasuke and Taka just always had an agreement to kill each other in every match they have, because in every match they have, they will just kick each other in the face and shit. It's crazy.
Taka is a total killer.
He's an ass kicker. People just think of him, obviously, because WWF skews things, and they only think of him as funny.
That is one of the biggest missed opportunities ever. WCW had the Mexican luchadors, but the WWF had the Michinoku Pro guys, and did even less.
Yeah, you could have done so much,
and it's right after this too, man.
Yeah,
and they're doing choppy your pee-pee
with fucking Val.
That is.
You have best workers, and I guess It's Vinceisms, they're not big guys, they're small, so why put them in the main event?
They're not
But
big,
like,
they're small. But that's the thing is like I don't know. If you treated them the same way WCW treated the Luchadors, which is like you're not gonna put them in those main event spots,
but
but
just let them have barn burners. Yeah, that
yeah,
would work.
exactly. Just give them 5 to 7 minutes on TV. Let them go, like heat the crowd up, so that way they're on fire for your stinker Triple H main event. Like,
Yeah, I've never seen a crowd for a Triple H match react the way these people do for any of this, but
oof.
especially the finish. The finish of this is like
Dude,
ecstatic.
people like there are chairs in this venue, but I don't think they needed them. Quite
Yeah,
frankly, I don't think
only
chairs
to
were.
throw at Dick Togo
Yeah,
and to wrap around Sasuke's skull.
I think they throw
Big
one at.
Togo hair is crazy.
Yeah, I think they throw one at somebody else too, like like in the post match, or maybe that's Taka like throws one in the ring
I think they
post match.
throw one at someone on the top rope just to break something up.
Well,
That's that's
that's
when.
what I said. Dick Togo gets nailed with one on
Hmm.
the top rope, like in the finishing stretch. But there is one earlier in the match. I don't remember who it was, where somebody gets absolutely smoked with a throne chair. It's really the first half of this is like everybody on the babyface team gets a chance to shred, and Kai and Tai is like constantly cheating, and like Hamada gets the armbar and they break it up. Delphin gets the surfboard and they break it up, and then Naniwa turns the tables and breaks up the pin on Sasuke, and everybody goes crazy. And then we go into like the crescendo that's pin attempts, double team moves, really the blueprint for modern tag wrestling.
Yeah, it's
And
go
then
ahead.
from that point on, it's just like it's climax.
Yeah, it's
It's a very good match.
like dude, it is so much happens, man. I don't even know how to describe like, uh, and even more so, I think you like when I'm like thinking of like watching it, right? I was like going into it, I'm like, okay, obviously like you have the fun gimmicks that kind of makes this like get on based off of people's gimmicks alone could make this a dom match.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Delphin and Naniwa is enough.
I
Mm-hmm.
like Naniwa and Delphin a
Ah,
lot.
man, rest in peace.
Well,
Yeah.
What a
like
great wrestler. Dom,
Naniwa,
we gotta watch
Delphin,
that Battle Arts tag, dude.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Naniwa, Delphin, Togo, like all of those guys are like dom guys, I think.
Yeah.
And then
Togo and Hamada, all of them. I think they're super cool.
yeah, and Hamada, we have barely talked about Hamada. He's one of those guys, and this match is an example. Every Hamada match, there is something that makes me like, the meme of like the gamer guy like locking in and sitting up in the chair.
Yeah.
Every Hamada match has a moment where I like sit up in the chair,
Dude,
yeah,
and I'm
his
like, oh my
arm
god.
bars, his arm bars, the way he will just snatch your arm and try and rip it out of socket, that shit is awesome. I think he is awesome submissions. You guys know what I'm talking about? This match where
yeah.
Yeah,
boom. It's like a Fujiwara armbar.
I think
It's awesome.
I think at one point is it him that hits like a Rana arm drag?
Yes.
Yeah, like it, and I'm like, I was like, what? How
Grand Hamada, he like his spots of like the landing on his feet after a beautiful back body
Oh, the
drop.
backdrop spot.
Dude,
Mm,
I
go
can watch
crazy for that every time.
every time. I can watch
Yeah.
that non-stop.
yeah, this match, honestly, I may rewatch this match. I won't lie to you because like
Dude, yes, because you'll find something different every time.
exactly, like I was so focused on like taking notes on it that like now I'm like,
Yeah, no, watch it again and just like enjoy it, man, because it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Cheer
yeah,
you insists on taking the worst bump on every suplex ever.
Oh my god, he straight on top of his head every
like
single
3 times.
yeah, like Dick Togo is trying to like kill him, like
Togo is a bit of a killer, and also every match when he feels like it, it's very fun.
yeah,
And he's thick as hell here too, thick as a damn brick up in this.
yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't like he doesn't look like the Dick Togo I think of. I guess maybe it's because he's not bald, but like,
He's bigger too. Like he's big.
yeah, he is girthy is the word I would
He's eating
use.
pumpkin pie too much.
He's eating 2 chicken, maybe about 3
Too much
chicken,
spicy ramen.
3 chicken, 1 asparagus, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, yeah, he was
he was taking big ass dumps.
When he like every single thing he does with Yakushiji is like unreal.
mhm.
But the end where he murders him with that power slam and power bomb.
Dude, he jumps up and he fucking. Oh.
Dude, I didn't even think he was gonna like. I wasn't even sure he was gonna get around on the power slam when he did it.
Yeah. And
Like,
those are the best power slams too. That just barely land. It's
mhm,
almost like a driver. It's like a power slam driver.
mhm.
Yes, it's fucking beautiful.
Dude, what a beast of a fucking match, man. Like
Yeah,
it's
I think so. Like this is depending on who you ask. Like some people will cite the October match, but like this is, I think, like among people who would be more like in our circle, probably considered to be like the best Michinoku Pro match, at least of like the classical era.
Mm-hmm.
And it has everything.
yeah.
I don't. This is a match that I think would appeal to any wrestling fan, even if you're not
Literally.
into like spot fests. Like
Mhm.
everything makes sense. They sell. It's vicious. But how did you describe it, Dom? I loved the way you described it when you were talking about it.
It's almost the way this match worked for me is like it was like a Rube Goldberg machine match. Everyone's
Yeah.
in the right place at the right time, and it just it flows. It like
Yeah, but it
from
never
one
feels
and
rote.
yeah, no,
It's
not at
never
all.
like going through the motions.
It's like
Everything
a
is really vicious.
well-oiled machine of a match.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense, and it flows into the next pace, into the next spot, and the next time, and like the next move, and it works. You have guys coming in and out. It's like it's just great. It's just a very good tag. Like Aubie says, there's no psychology loss. You still have a clear face heel dynamic. Like when the Kind Tide do their submission spot, it always looks cool where it's 2 guys on one side and then fucking Dick Togo on top, force your head down.
Yeah, in the
And
middle.
then they're taking. Yeah, I mean, it just looks cool. They're cool. They're very fun people.
They yeah, they
And then the pop. So this is another one like the that kind of makes it a little different from the others. Not all of them, but Hamada gets the win,
mhm.
and the pop is like the audio gets distorted.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking loud.
Dude, it is
Like
yeah, I mean you can keep going. Like it's insane. The electricity in the room every time someone hits a move builds and builds up until the point when like you get to that finish and Hamada like gets the pin. Dude, I like and like it comes so unexpectedly, if that makes sense. Like
yeah.
you can tell they're building, right? Like things are more and more are happening. Guys are starting to get tired, so on and so forth. But like it doesn't the way the finish comes isn't like a like real choreographed moment. This could have like it could have been broken up. They could have gone for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not. They don't overdo it, and I love like at the beginning, and they do this in a lot of these matches these guys have. They're teasing the dives at the beginning.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of teases a dive, and it's
Mhm.
that's a very lucha thing, you know, where you act like you're going for the dive and the guy moves and you backflip off the second rope or whatever. But you expect to get that dive train at the end, and you do, but it's not like excessive. And you have a lot of pin breakups at the end, but like Brady said, it's like you're almost expecting another one here, and when
Yeah.
it doesn't come, it's the Lex Luger racking Hulk Hogan pop, except it's in Hakata Star Lanes instead of a giant arena.
Yeah. It doesn't
And
matter.
that's why this one is a little like people who know, but it's not as well known as the ones that are in Korakuen. But for my money, this is like the best match of this feud, which is really saying something because this is really some of the best shit ever, and something that has been copied ever since, and very few people have done it as well.
Yeah.
as these guys do it here. Which these are some of the best wrestlers ever.
Yeah, I mean these guys, like, some of these guys are still working and popular, which I think obviously it makes sense,
But and perfectly, like, out of context, still a heater.
Mm-hmm.
But in the context of like 1996,
Insanity.
this is fucking insane. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean when you think about it in the grand scheme, right? Like WWF hasn't even hit what they consider Attitude Era yet in
Yeah.
'96. Like, I mean, they're still doing, some stuff like real
So
hunky.
1996 in WWF was like the Brett Shawn Iron Man.
Yeah,
Ah,
which is like, crazy all time, whatever, blah blah blah. But like,
shitter.
It's a different beast.
yeah, exactly.
It's not this, yeah. And you had 96 in WCW. You're starting to get the cruisers. But yeah. So outside of just being a great match, a super influential match, not necessarily for the better, but you can't blame these guys for,
Yeah.
These
what
guys,
it's
yeah,
like. Yeah, you guys know what I'm gonna say. You
these guys,
can't blame them for how people
Lose things in
bastardized it
translation.
later. Yeah, and lost because like as we have said, it still makes sense and it's super stiff and it never feels, even though it is highly choreographed, it never feels highly choreographed.
yeah,
Everything feels spontaneous.
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Taka, like at the beginning of the match, beforehand, Taka was like, "Yeah, Hamada, you can slap the shit out of me. Just, I don't care. You can do it." But they do it so well, it doesn't even feel planned. That's me making shit up, though. I don't know if that was planned or not, but still, it's cool.
dude, I don't know. We could, uh, like you said, we could probably talk about this match for like 4 hours if
Mm-hmm.
we really wanted to. There's so much that happens. It's so much cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great suplexes, punches, moonsaults, dives. Uh, like
Pretty much anything you would want from a match.
yeah, like I don't know. Like there's so much that like happens that wish I could like. You wish at some point you could get a second to breathe, but it does not. They never lift off the gas,
No,
and like it
even in
is.
the heat segments,
Mm-hmm.
they're moving.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because even the heat segments aren't grab a hold, work it. Like uh, I've mentioned and you've given me shit before of like when we watch like an older match where there is heat
I
segments.
know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
heat
where it's
segments sometimes you don't. I get it.
and
I
like
love matches where the heat segments flow like that, but I
but
also can appreciate a good heat segment.
but like
It's just that a lot of people do them bad. It's not even your fault. A
I
lot of
was
people
just
suck at
watching
them.
it and I was like in my head I went, you know how sometimes people like give me shit about talking about speeding up match segments whenever it's like just heat and they're not really doing anything. I was like, this
Uh,
is the opposite of that. I need to slow
Oh
the
yeah, no, you
heat.
don't. If you watch this on 1.5 speed, you'd be
You would miss everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be impossible. It's already on 1.5 speed.
Yeah, you need to watch this at like 0.75 to really, really, I think, grasp everything. Because it's just, like, they, so much, like you said, Dom, like you said, it was a Rube Goldberg machine of constant move. Guy comes in,
everything
guy
leading
goes
into the
out.
neck, yeah, mechanisms and yeah,
But and
it's
not in
awesome.
like a choreographed way. It's like as soon as someone starts getting their ass beat, like Taka comes in and stops him, or Dick Togo comes in and stops him, or Naniwa
Uh-huh.
comes in and stops him, or like it's like it, it's whoever is fresh gets in the ring and stops the ass beating, basically, like,
Uh-huh.
and then like our guy desperately like dives for the corner to try and bring in somebody else. It's
That's why tag teams are awesome.
yeah, it, I mean, it's 10 guys who are on tilt, full force, do everything crazy.
Uh-huh.
Go watch it, and watch the one that that I uploaded, because the one on the yearbook has a bad audio sync, and the ones on YouTube and Daily Motion look like total shit. So
Yeah, it's importante to watch the one I'll be uploaded. And obviously go watch everything, but to finish out the Domism episode, figured no perfect thing than to finish out with Dom's match of the week, which is Super Tiger 2 versus Munenori Sawa from Battle Arts 7/5/2009. Funny thing about this match is that, like, I've looked at this match, so this is uploaded by Jetlag on YouTube. I have looked at this match like multiple times on YouTube and like been like, oh, I want to watch that, or like I'll open the tab and be like, oh, I'll watch that later, and then I never do.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. Finally, I have a reason to watch this goddamn match. Because like Super Tiger 2, one of the craziest gear looks. Like the bright,
purple and silver.
yeah, bright ass purple.
I love just the Super Tiger look in general, because this is not Sayama, right? This is a Sayama.
No, he was a MMA guy who trained under Sayama. So he trained MMA under Sayama.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
And he was already like a karate guy. And his deal when he was an MMA fighter, I can't remember his real name, but he was like very charismatic, kind of controversial, because he had a lot of like swag, I guess, for the time. But he would like straight up KO people with kicks. And that was like his sort of gimmick. And then he transitioned to pro wrestling under Sayama also, in real Japan. So was a Sayama student in MMA and in pro wrestling.
Is it Yuji Sakuragi?
That sounds right.
Yeah, it looks to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Super Tiger 1 is...
That's Sayama.
Sayama, right? Yeah, because he loses the... rights
to the name.
Tiger Mask
gimmick, so then he like transitions to being...
And he has those great matches with Fujiwara.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sayama, asshole, but one of the great liberty takers of all time.
Yeah, he's...
Oh yeah, fascist prick, but God. Has Dom shown you the Fujiwara match where he came back from stomach cancer and Sayama just kept kicking him in the stomach?
I have not seen that match, but I feel like you've talked about it before.
You've definitely talked about it.
Yeah.
You might have shown it to me. Maybe I don't like.
Yeah, it's nasty.
I definitely remember hearing you talk about it though. At the very least,
it's horrifying, man. Like it's like his return from stomach cancer surgery, and Sayama is just like lighting up his stomach.
Did you maybe have that in like one of your little like produce streams, maybe? Like
we may have watched that.
That seems like a situation you would have, or like a reason you would have played it for sure. But yeah,
But Super Tiger, he definitely gets that from him. He's a very vicious.
His kicks in this match,
yeah,
are insane. Second Gen Battle Arts 2 weeks in a row here. I do want to point that out. So we got our what did you call it last week? Elden Ring camera angle.
Baldur's Gate.
Or Baldur's Gate. That's what it was.
The isometric camera.
Mm-hmm.
You do get a little shot of the crowd here too.
Yeah, you can tell there's people in this one.
Yeah. Well, you can tell in the other one because they're making noise, but it's so dark around the ring until they hit that other camera angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, second gen, and then one of the great second gen Battle Arts guys, Munenori Sawa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the like, I don't even know how to describe
I love this match, and also, Sawa is a Dom guy, and I think there's overlap between me and Abi for that, because I know he loves Sawa.
Oh yeah, I love Sawa.
Because he's very much a wrestler. There's no wasted movements of any of his match, and every time you have a match with him, it's his ball game. he's going to slap the shit out of you. He's gonna fucking leg lock you. He's gonna kick you, and it's always gonna look fun. It's always gonna look uncooperative, and he almost does it on purpose. Like he's a little shit stirrer in every match. He does enough to annoy guys to make them mad, and then like start shooting back. Almost, it's fun.
Yeah,
I
and
love matches like that.
if you're listening and you've not seen Sawa, Abe is doing Sawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abe
was
Tom.
trained by Sawa, and like literally just does his whole shtick.
His whole moveset, yeah.
Yeah, but of course the original is always better than the
like he does
than the copy.
He does the fastball punch.
He does a little spin kick, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I got a screen grab of that for the thumbnail, because like yeah he like I guess the best way to describe it is like when he does the fastball punch, yes he does like the big movement for it, but like he doesn't like I feel like when Abe fuck me.
Yeah,
when Abe does it, it's like way more choreographed, you know? Like he does like a whole wind up.
Sawa is a little more sped up, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Like always. And yeah, and also when Sawa does it, he punches through. It's like we were talking about with Lawler in the concession stand brawl. He is like punching through the jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is so good at that. His punches are great. Like Sawa is always fun to watch because it's always going to be an ass kicking battle. It is. It's just that's it's.
And one of the great unsung tag guys. If you ever see Sawa in a tag match,
you should watch it because it is always, especially if it's something interpromotional, always watch it because it is hateful. I think the tag of Yano and not Toriano, obviously, Katie Yano and Sawa. There was just a tag that just went around to different companies. I think like they have stuff in Capture and Exit, right, or something. And
yeah, and Sawa did a bunch of 0-1 tags too that are
they're
unreal.
Always ass beaters. They were shit stirrers. They would come into your company. If you're not even like a shoot style guy, they were gonna slap you, and you got to fight on their rules. It's awesome.
And so I do want to just humble brag. I did get to see Sawa.
I know. I remember. You were like, I only went specifically to see that.
Yeah,
that was the Evolve show.
There was like a prompt on Twitter like a year or so ago about like the best wrestlers you've seen live, and I've been very lucky in that regard.
Yeah,
because I'm old, and I got to see WCW when the Luchadors were there, and I got to see ECW when they had some crazy guys, and obviously Kobashi Joe. But
yeah,
I don't know. Seeing Sawa was because he was retired. Technically, I guess at the time, super thrill. And if you should very unsung, awesome match, Sawa versus Jaka from Evolve.
I have not heard of that, but that does sound dope.
Yeah,
well, that was the match you went to, right? Like that's.
Well, I was there the whole weekend. He also tagged with Sekimoto against like Ring Comp.
Yeah.
And I want to say he also wrestled Zack Sabre at the WWN Super Show that weekend.
So. Mm-hmm.
But the Jaka match was the best one of the weekend. But anyway, sorry, Domism. To me, I'm thinking Super Tiger is more the Dom guy.
He's more the Dom guy, yeah.
He's a tiger and he suplexes and kicks.
Yeah.
But,
he's dope. He's dope as fuck.
Sawa makes a lot of sense too.
It's just also
and a guy who really did a good. He does a great job of the battle arts ethos of blending the pro wrestling stuff with the shoot stuff. He's not a shoot style wrestler.
I say shoot style because or shoot guy because I just mean like he's an ass kicker in that sense.
Yeah, he kicks the shit out of you, but like you can see in the opening grappling in this stuff, he's doing slicker grappling, but it never feels like bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that the grappling is really nice, especially the leg lock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And this is a very it's from the B1 Climax, which is like mean, you can tell from the name.
Yeah.
It's like the round robin Battle Arts tournament. And I think Super Tiger was in the finals this year, if I recall. Ishikawa won, but
Phone shocker.
yeah, it is a tournament match, and it does. They start. I wrote down code of honor. They start with the handshake, but they have some real nice tight grappling to begin, and it's really nice and slick, and not something you really think about with Tiger. Like, he could grapple, but he's the kick guy, and it does pick up a lot when they start kicking the shit out of each other.
Yes.
But the grappling portion is really nice, and
It's mean, is the way I would
yeah,
describe it. Like,
I say slick, but it's not overly so.
no, it is. It like
It's just smooth.
it's not like slick in a way of like they know what the next move is going to be. It's slick in a way of like it's very clear that like Sawa has a way to get out of moves that Tiger has, and then Tiger has a way to get out of moves that Sawa has, and then when they don't, that is when they scramble for the ropes.
Yeah, and that they both like use their legs really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're leg trapping a lot
Yes.
in really creative ways,
Mm-hmm.
Which I really enjoyed.
It looks always pretty.
And like you said, once it's very similar to like an MMA fight where like once they finally just get tired of grappling and stand up and just start throwing at each other is like when the excitement level goes up.
Two great kickers just kicking the shit out of each other.
I do want to point out that Sawa does a goddamn shining wizard.
He does that a lot. He's lingerie Muto. He's lingerie Muto. He
is. Better left unexplored.
Unremembered.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to know. You can't.
It's exactly what you think. It's lingerie Muto.
You can't just lay that one out on the table for me.
If you look him up on Cage Match, he's listed under like his fucking comedy gimmick instead of his Ipanjin.
I was about to say I have Cage Match open, so now I will I will look it up. Yeah, he is he is, it sure is listed under that, and also has lingerie Muto. Nope.
And when he works nowadays, he's working as
like the
Muto. And it sucks ass, but Battle Arts Munenori Sawa, super fucking awesome, very fun.
Yeah, it was I mean, he's always entertaining, I think. Like, at least
that's why I like Sawa. Every match you see, he is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like face slap matches. I think they're so fun. They're better than
But he's so good at that too. God.
The combos that they start throwing towards the end too, like just like big like striking combos. He gets a dude. He gets his STF locked in like out of necessity, which I thought was super cool because he has like the heel, like he has like a leg bar on him basically, or like
Yeah, if there is a through line to this match, they're both doing leg stuff.
Okay, I gotta mention it. Sawa does a lot of ass offense, like
he punches him in the butt a lot.
He does a lot of offense to Tiger's ass.
I don't think he does it in this match, but he's an oil check guy too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's another thing that Abe has. It's really sort of insane how much Abe is just Sawa.
Yeah, he just does.
Yeah,
does the whole.
He's just doing Sawa.
He just is bald and has the little like divot thing in his forehead, and like
Sawa also does the little Fujita Hayato spot he does where he keeps kicking him in the back like with both feet.
Yeah,
it's very.
Speaking of those guys have one of the great second gen Battle Arts matches.
Yes, those. Yeah,
and also a really fun 0-1 match against each other.
I I will say, like, I am glad Dom made me finally watch this match. Like I said, it is one that I'd wanted to watch and just would look at it and be like, okay, I'll watch it, and then just not get to it because I don't
He
know.
does have a section where he does just completely start throwing haymakers to his ass. It's very funny.
Dude, he just starts punch. Like at one
Yeah,
point,
you
he's
can see his
literally.
little butt jiggle.
At one point, he's just like literally starts like ground and pounding only his butt. Like,
Yeah, and then he immediately follows it up with a slap that looks like it rocks the shit out of him.
it's so funny.
Like that's what I love. He's out of nowhere. He will turn up the fucking intensity and slap the dog shit out of you, and
Hmm.
it always rocks dudes because he gets like the heel of his palm. It's loud. It's always cool.
Yeah.
I just love Sawa. He's so cool.
Yeah, he.
Unfortunately, he takes like a crazy ass spinning back kick murder
Yes,
from Super Tiger to end this match. That shit was wild.
that is the so funny enough. Jetlag posted that GIF. He has this thread of moves he likes and moves he thinks are cool. He posted that, and that's what made me watch this a long time ago, and I always remembered it because of a shining back kick, step up back kick to the face. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm over here looking at goddamn Sawa as lingerie Muto fucking.
Don't just watch him.
matches.
Don't do it. It sucks. Ignore it.
There's a match with him versus Antonio Koinoki, who is a.
I gotta see that match against Tenryu where he breaks his fucking jaw.
On a Ishikawa produce show. I don't know. That's where.
Yeah, I'm sure Ishikawa loves lingerie Muto.
I thought you were gonna say
Ishikawa, my fucking goat, but
I thought you were gonna say Ishikawa loves
he has some-
Koinoki because like Ishikawa is just an
Inoki
Antonio Inoki mark. So then having mini Inoki.
yeah, but he's an Antonio Inoki mark who's also the greatest wrestler of all time.
Well, yeah, but that's I mean.
Yeah, but Ishikawa, his comedy stuff is as bad as
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure he loves that fucking game.
I remember looking at the cage match rating of something that sounds cool on paper. It's like an Arshin Battle Arts like.
Never ever watch
yep.
an Ishikawa intergender match. It's dog shit.
It's upsettingly dog shit.
We had this conversation like a couple weeks ago when I was like, dude, this sounds so cool, but all the comments are saying that it is indeed awful. Not cool. And you were like, yeah, it is rough. It is bad.
Also, super unrelated. Wrestlers should start doing little tummy punches again because I think it's very cool.
Oh, dude, tummy punches are among the greatest moves in wrestling. I pop huge for a tummy punch. Why wouldn't you punch somebody in the stomach? That shit sucks.
Yeah, bro. Like, Sawa punch is great. He punches his fucking jaw off in this. Go watch this match.
I do. I do want to say I like the way that this finishes. We didn't even talk about the finish of this match. I like that like it is he is trying to like lift himself up, but the ref hits 10 and like that's it.
Yes.
Like
it's a great sell from Sawa. He's out. He's pulling himself up, but he's not up. He's out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on borrowed legs basically. Like he cannot. I mean, even if he gets up and beats that 10 count, like this is like the third time he's been started to be counted. Like he may not make it up if he takes another.
Like there's also a moment I love in this where he goes for like a suplex and he can't get it, so he switches it to a tiger suplex.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get it. He realizes he can't get him up, and he just very quickly and smoothly like goes into a knee bar like from that tiger suplex position, and it's like, oh my god, Sawa is so cool when it comes to the mat and these knee lock, leg lock transitions. It's cool as fuck. That's when he gets to the STF. Yeah, it's so dope.
That's what he leans forward, gets that STF, and like, dude, I don't know.
Matches where they have to fight for every inch. It's so good, and it really makes
Yep,
you hate
big
everything
fan,
else.
big fan, and it's not hard to do,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really what's missing from like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Struggle.
Anyway, yeah, go watch all three of these matches. This is, I mean,
Yeah,
all
fun
time a
week.
week.
Very fun week.
It'll take you an hour. That's the other part too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my match, actually, you can do it in under an hour, because my match is like 7 minutes. Dom's match is like 13, so that's like 20.
It's for like 13 minutes, and like I'm rewatching it right now. Just that I like not like I watched it
Yeah, you're
obviously.
like
Like
kind of like clipping through it
yeah,
while we're talking
just
about
to
it.
see the cool shit. Like bro, his kicks are crazy. He does a jumping spin kick to the back of his fucking head, Super Tiger, and kills him. Super Tiger 2 is awesome. I'm watching more of this guy tonight. What
But
am
yeah,
I doing?
so like,
Dude, Super Tiger 2 is in one of my favorite matches ever that I have almost brought a bunch of times, and I'll give it a couple weeks, but we will definitely both these guys in one of the all-time Battle Arts matches that we'll have to
is
watch in a week where you guys have some shorter stuff.
is this a potentially match with Ishikawa in it?
It is. It's the 6-man from
Oh,
08.
okay, never mind. This is not a match I was talking. So I have a match loaded up that was a recommended match from the match Dom was talking about, where it's Ishikawa and Sawa versus Manabu, Hara, and Super Tiger 2,
Yeah.
which I mean, I haven't seen it. I assume you probably have because you fucking
Yeah,
watch
that match rocks.
everything.
It's
All
really
those guys
good.
ass
This-
kickers.
There's a 6-man elimination match that is, I think, universally agreed to be the best second gen Battle Arts match. Crazy Ishikawa performance, crazy Sawa performance. That we will definitely be watching at some point. But that tag is really fun too.
So to really round out the Dom-ism experience here, we are bringing on a new seg to the pod. This is a segment that Aubie, you said the Brain Trust came up with. I don't know who the Brain Trust is. It was not us.
Actually, I think this was a Lawson idea.
Was it a Lawson
Wasn't
idea?
it, Dom?
What?
the finish introducing it, Brady, and then he can tell you.
Oh,
we are doing Dom's Animal of the Week, where Dom picks an animal and he talks about whatever animal he wants to talk about. Yesterday I was at a zoo and I said, "Hey Dom, I'm at a zoo," and he goes, "Send me pictures, please." And so I did. And he just responded with, "I fuck with this so heavy."
Dom is the Beastmaster.
He is.
Yes, I'm the Beastmaster. So for this week, this new pod segment, pigs. I think pigs are really cool. I think they're cute. I think they're funny. I like when they're tiny, and they also. Fun fact: people get like teacup pigs because they think that shit's gonna stay tiny forever. No, it doesn't. It just gets tiny compared to other pigs. It's still massive. It's still like 300 pounds.
See, this is
So-
why we wanted to do this, because we wanted to just listen to Dom talk about animal facts.
Well, their pigs are cool. You definitely have already heard the thing about how they'll eat bodies.
Balls.
Yeah, they have giant balls sometimes, and they will shit on them. They will eat like it's crazy. Animals are cool
Yeah.
because there's the
Like
dichotomy.
in Deadwood, when Al Swearingen always feeds people to the pigs.
Yes, like it's such a crazy dichotomy of an animal. That's a lot. There's a lot of animals that they look so silly, and they look so cute, but then also, you see some of them are ugly as shit. They got big tusks, and they'll fucking run at you and try and kill you and fucking bite you, and they're strong. They'll fuck your dog up. They'll fuck you up. They'll fuck you up. So you
And some of them, you just want to give them a little hug.
Yeah, some of them that are cool. I like pigs that wear little outfits. I see a lot of that on Instagram, and I appreciate it always. I follow pig pages where
I know, like, evolutionarily speaking, like they're not our, closest ancestor, but I feel like pigs and humans have a lot in common.
They're very smart. They're very smart. They're kind of stupid smart.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of
that's a lot of
animals that
humans though.
are yeah stupid smart. Some of these
Hmm.
humans, but no, yeah, pigs are cool because I like when they make their scream noise because it's funny and like they like pucker their lips. They like they're just funny looking. They're like
They blow
ugly, but not
bubbles.
really. They can blow bubbles. I also just like fat animals because I think they look stupid and awesome. Like bulldogs and French bulldogs. They just have an aura of them that are really really funny.
I'm
Um
so glad we're starting this as a
Ben, yeah,
seg.
Ben sent me a photo that is one of my favorite photos ever. Can we put it on the thumbnail? I'm sending it.
Yeah,
It's the
I'll
it's Esther the Wonder Pig. You Esther are a creature of great beauty and should never hide. I love this photo.
dude, you got this. So like, yeah, Avi said like, hey, we should start this as a seg instead of the monkey points. Now that Dom's kind of, like the monkey point thing was a good idea when we started the pod, but like now Dom has kind of become a bit more.
I
He,
know how to use VK.
yeah, he's a bit
Dom just
more.
posted all these pictures in the music channel.
Are you fucking serious? It's the music channel.
There's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
8 pictures
yeah.
of pigs.
It's okay. It's okay. Leave him there.
Fuck.
It's honestly,
Fuck.
it's so funny.
Shit. I just looked up pigs and outfits.
I don't think I have enough room for this for the thumbnail, but we will at the very least post them on Twitter.
Yes. There's the Adventure Time pigs episode where they're dressed up in little outfits and they're from pods and they eat ice cream and stuff. I like that episode a lot.
Oh God. God
You
bless you,
guys ever
Dom.
watch Adventure Time?
Yeah,
I
yeah. I like Adventure Time. I watched it
Fuck yes.
with my oldest a few years ago, and I think I liked it more than she did.
I
That's so fucking
Big
awesome.
fan.
I
Beautiful
watched
show.
I watched it a little bit. I didn't watch it like consistently enough to like keep up with the story. Maybe it might be one of those.
Oh,
It might
go
be.
back,
I
man.
was gonna say
It
it might be
takes a
one of those
while to
shows
like
I go back to.
unfold.
Well, so
It's
right.
one of those that's like a very fully formed world
Hmm.
that like very slowly opens up to you and is
Mhm.
explained very slowly, but it
Mhm.
really worth it. Really beautiful show.
So like
So
right
good.
now, I'm rewatching regular show.
Great show also.
Which all you probably wouldn't. You would probably.
No, I've watched regular show. I was in college in regular. Well, I was still living in a college town. When regular show was on.
Well,
Watched it a
like
lot.
it's at least like that era of like Cartoon Network
Was
was
hilarious.
they did a lot of things that were like um how do I accessible to a older audience, I will say.
Mhm.
Like whereas like at that time like a lot of the Disney Channel stuff and like Nickelodeon stuff like definitely like as you got older you started to be like this is
I
like
got anything other than SpongeBob?
yeah, this is like kid stuff. I'm not really into it. Whereas like
Regular show,
regular
you smoke a
show,
joint and you're like, oh, whoa, these fucking animals are so funny.
yeah, and it's like I was watching it yesterday with my friends while we were eating because I was like, "What do you guys want to watch?" And they're like, "I don't know." I'm like, "All right, I'm turning on regular show then."
That's real.
And so we were watching it, and one of my friends was like, "Yeah, I'd never really like watched this when I was a kid," and she was like, "I understand it though, I get it," and I was like, "Well,
They
yeah,
made
it's."
it for kids, but then it's also a show that as a 20-year-old you can watch and be like, oh, this is my life.
I was like, it's very simple. It's Mordecai, like it's Rigby does something stupid.
They're
Mordecai
bums, they're 20 years old, and yeah, they're me.
Mordecai tries to help him, and then like they end up somehow fighting a very big evil man or lady or whatever.
Ultimo Guerrero is on
Is
Bro,
regular show.
I
really?
No, Muscle Man looks like Ultimo Guerrero, bro. I say this all the time.
I mean, he does. That's true.
It is. I cannot see Ultimo Guerrero without thinking of Muscle Man.
Dude, now I'm
Dude,
gonna
it is unbelievable how similar they look.
that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna draw Muscle Man as Ultimo Guerrero.
Oh, please do.
Dude,
Should I do
yeah.
Ultimo with mask or without mask?
Oh, without, because that's
Without, 'cause
that's
then
how
you're
he
gonna
looks
be
like.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
with
Muscle
the
Man.
hair. But like, yeah,
Speaking
I'll
of
do the whole
Muscle Man,
gear
bro,
with the
one of-
the loincloth
I
thing.
I watched a regular show episode with the funniest joke. It's the episode where Muscle Man gets broken up with, and
Mm.
Benson's like, Muscle Man can't work right now because he's too sad. And it's just a quick little thing. Mordecai and Rigby are like, oh man, what? I'm sad all the time. I'm sad right now. I can't work. And it made me laugh so hard because it's like an adult joke that kids wouldn't even fucking. You watch that when you're old and you're like, oh, I also hate work, and you're like, oh, this is hilarious. It's great.
I
It's coming back too.
Yeah, I just watched the
Yeah, really?
episode.
Yes, it is coming back.
I just watched the episode yesterday where Mordecai's like brother has to come in to do the audit to the save the park.
Give me some sugar.
Give me some sugar.
Rigby, give him some sugar now. No, it's so hilarious. He's the older brother, just no one fucks with him.
And it was like it was really just like a real message of like you should get along with your siblings even when they like piss you off because all your
Because they just
friends
love you.
like them more. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like
Real and true. Real and true.
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
My
moving
brother's
on.
driving that pool, guys. Oh, whatever. It was my
Moving
life.
moving on to the cage match game.
Yup.
Aubie's pick this week. Aubie coming off of a big week last week, getting it on the first review, getting himself 3 points. He's now sitting at 4 total points. Dom at 1, me at 0 still, as always. Aubie, what is
He
the
got the positively canyon fucking
Oh,
Hail Mary.
that's another thing I want to bring up before we get into Aubie's review here. So last week you picked Canyon, right? And it was like what, like a 6.28, I think was the overall rating or something like
Something
that.
way too low.
And I then went Johnny B. Bad, and Aubie
Yeah.
then went right around and looked up what Johnny B. Bad, Mark Merrow's cage match was rated at, and it's the exact same number. I was right but
Yeah.
wrong, which is like the worst feeling.
Yeah, it's
I
insane because the number is the hardest.
Think. Yeah.
You know, how are you going to guess the number because you never know with the damn inmates.
Well, like like we've said a bajillion times with this game, like we all know thousands of wrestlers, but like trying to think of one that even would like potentially have a number that is near that is always a challenge. So then to be literally, it's not even like close. It's
On the money.
on the money, just not the person that's like Dom picked is
Not from Jersey. Sorry, he
Not
wasn't
from
from Jersey.
Yeah, no fucking shit. So Avi, what is the overall cage match rating of the wrestler you picked this week?
7.00. A 7
7
flat.
flat. Oh fuck. That's
But I will only be reading the good reviews because the bad reviews were both too specific and also pissed me off. So 7.00 is the overall rating.
hell. I'm trying to think. There's no way he's rated this low, but Bam Bam Bigelow is the guy who's in my head.
It is not Bam Bam Bigelow.
Is it DDP?
It is not DDP. 2 more Jersey guys.
I had to just think it because Dom week. I didn't know if maybe.
Yeah,
it
I
was-
should have done a Jersey
Dude.
guy.
Oh, so at least we know it's not from Jersey.
Yeah.
All right, give us the first review, Avi.
Okay. Review number 1. I've always liked him a lot, and I'm pretty surprised at the rating. People say he was limited, but I think he was pretty good at everything he did, and he pretty rarely had actively bad matches or moments. Always over, a nice range for character work, really charismatic performer in just about every aspect, and he had nice chemistry with a decent amount of the roster. Just a lot of solid, easy to enjoy, and uncomplicated matches, a lot of which he elevated through said charisma. I find him a much more consistent performer than a lot of his contemporary main eventers.
Goldberg?
Good guess, not Goldberg.
God damn it.
This I don't know why my head's here. Is this Coco Beware?
It is not Coco Beware.
All right, give
I
us
wonder
the
what his rating is. Probably too low, also.
Definitely probably too low.
give us the
Okay.
second review.
Review number 2 is a 7. He was never the best in-ring worker, but could be carried to a good match similar to Luger and Warrior, except that he was more charismatic than Luger and better on the mic than both. He was really bad his first 2 to 3 years, but then became carryable to a good match by the time of his main event push.
Damn, that's it.
Yeah. I tried really hard to find reviews that like got slowly more specific, but I'll read it again if you want. Never the best in-ring. Okay.
I mean, unless Dom needs it, I'm
no,
just.
I'm thinking this is Who the fuck am I? Is this Mongo? Is this Mongo McMichaels?
No, it's not Mongo, but I love Mongo.
I'm trying to think, right? Because like this is.
I bet his rating is way lower than a 7. Let's see what Mongo is.
So this is. I'm thinking of main event WCW guys because I think that's very much the path we're on here. I just am like. I'm blanking.
Mongo at 2.35.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck.
So stupid.
I mean, Mongo not the best in the world, but I don't think he's
Definitely
that
not a
terrible.
He's
Mongo
fucking shit.
was
He's like a
fucking
solid like
awesome.
in ring ability. He's probably like a solid what, like 4 or 5. You guys think?
I'd put him higher than that. He
That's
just
what I give
wasn't.
him,
Yeah.
I give him like a 6. I think he's fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the.
Hey, dude, I'm trying to think of fucking main event WCW guys. Fuck. That were not that great. It is the issue, and like, is this Ernest the Cat Miller?
It is not, but I also
Damn
love
it.
Ernest. I bet his is low as hell too.
You
100%.
say like you because I was like thinking because you were talking a bunch about Ernest earlier the week like on Friday or Thursday.
His is a 3.35. God,
Fuck me, dude.
cage match is cursed.
All right, give us
Bad sight.
the final review.
Okay, he was a true star. He started out very green, but improved greatly as time went on. He showed charisma and an in-ring ability when wrestling some of the greatest WWE had. The less said about his return, the better.
Oh man.
Green.
Started out green, improved greatly. Charisma, WWE, shitty return.
That's like so many fucking people. Oh my god.
It really is so many people.
I'm thinking, shitty return.
Batista?
It is Batista.
Yeah!
You fuck.
Yeah!
Brady on the board, baby.
Woo!
Dave Batista.
That does make sense because Batista is a very you guy. I know this.
I figured
It's-
this would be. I love Batista.
Dude,
Mhm.
it's that.
I agree with the first reviewer.
When you said WWE, and then I thought of guys that you compared him, that the other review compared him to, of Luger and Warrior. I went body guys,
Yep.
green, like it all like came together, and I went, oh, it's got to be fucking Dave. And then the return.
Yeah, I
part
figured
too,
that
yeah.
the third review would get it with the return thing and the WWE
thank-
reference. Yeah,
thank the
I do.
good
I'd agree with
fucking
the first
Lord.
reviewer. Solid, easy to enjoy, uncomplicated matches, big charisma.
Dude, yeah,
Love Dave.
That's
Cool
all
guy
over.
too. Shout out Dave Batista.
Have you
He
met?
probably
Great
had
actor.
awesome King Show matches.
Have you met Dave Batista?
Nah, but he's always standing up for like gay people on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, his mom
Batista's-
was a lesbian, I think. I think
Yeah.
that was like the whole.
Well, you
I
gotta,
actually
you
didn't
know,
know that.
I say cool guy. Like, there's very few of those in wrestling, so you gotta take it where you can get it.
All he did bad, was maybe he had sex with Johnny Morrison's wife, or girlfriend. Who cares?
Okay, well, sorry he shouldn't have had a legendarily huge cock.
Yeah, right?
That's not his fault.
Not his
how,
fault.
how big is Batista's dick?
Uh, every kayfabe commentary shoot for like
Ever?
5 years, some
Yeah,
guy wrote
Dude.
why
in and
did
asked
that?
if
Yeah,
Batista's
why?
dick was big.
Dude, I like real quick, like uh sidebar is that like I didn't know that Kevin Nash's podcast was co-hosted by Sean Oliver. So like,
Oh yeah, that for some reason it is him.
dude, I saw a clip of it and it was like it's Nash on one side and I saw Sean and I went, I was like getting a goddamn like the Ratatouille gift thing. It was it was the going backwards in time thing. I was like, holy, this dude's still getting paid? Like, what the fuck? Um, before we give out Dude of the Week, Albie, did we get any other emails other than
The
uh
Wolverine.
the response from last
I
week?
checked earlier and I didn't see one, but I did. That last one was a surprise. So,
Who knows? Let's
Du-
hope.
du- 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 du-
no, we did not. Other than
Then
yeah, I
the
emailed back and
response
forth with the same
with
our
Connor.
same pal. Yeah, and
Yeah, so we will. I mean, I guess I'll just do
guy.
it now. Dude of the week is Connor,
Mm-hmm.
because last week's episode was literally made by him and that email. I I sent it. I sent the email, like kind of privately to some like a couple circles, and somebody like responded to it and said this reads the same way as like a deadlock bit does, which like
Almost.
I know like some people have different feelings about deadlock. I haven't even really listened to deadlock in a while personally, but they were like, I think like if you guys are attracting the kind of people that like can give you this free laughable content
Mm-hmm.
basically, and you guys would get to have this experience, I think that means you're getting closer to like that cool wrestling podcast sphere, which I think is a really cool little like neat thing somebody like pointed out. um so yeah, Connor did reach back out. I didn't
Very
know.
funny email. Very nice guy. We exchanged a couple emails. Very cool guy.
He
Found
did.
us through the blog.
Yeah, through Yard Subject to Change, which you should go read. They there was I don't know, I remember seeing the matches this week. I know it wasn't one.
It was 2KW week this past week, and then
Mm-hmm.
coming up, when you hear this, will be SoCal week, like the really early
Mm.
Backyard Pioneers. Like I think the match we got going up tomorrow is from 2000. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Um, he did give us a Domism match that we did not watch. Obviously, we all kind of brought our own, but he did.
What was the Domism match? I forgot.
It is
It was the
its own.
FMW Street Fight.
It's
Oh
Onita.
yes, with Dragon Master. I remember because yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that is a match Obby specifically said I think I would like, and I'm slow on things, but I will definitely watch that.
it's
It.
Onita
We
and
say this all the
Goto
time, but yeah,
versus
it
Kurisu
will
and
be
Dragon
a
Master.
pod match.
Mm-hmm.
4190. Yeah. Onita and Tarzan Goto teaming rare against Kurisu and Dragon Master. What Dragon Master is such a funny wrestler because he's in two of like my favorite matches ever, and then like nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is kind of a wet fart. But he was in the 4190 FMW match, which I've almost brought a few times. I think that's Jom's literal favorite match. I know Ethan loves that match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've talked about for the gimmick pod, but yeah, he did. He sent a Domism match.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, shout out Connor, cool guy, nice guy. Thank you for
uh,
listening.
yeah. Thank you for listening and literally listening to every single episode, like you said, which I think is really cool. I think maybe the only people that have listened to every single episode is us, maybe, other than him. Like I can't really think of any guys. But yeah, thanks for listening in. Thanks for sending us that email. He also said that his opinion of the best pro wrestling strike besides punch is the
Oh
Takayama
yes.
style knee lift, which
That's a great pick. I
it's a
couldn't even. That's a good pick.
it is something I did not think about personally. Not maybe not my favorite, but
I guess if you're thinking about like specific strikes, I was thinking more broad, just like what people do.
yeah, that's
That's why I
we
think like
were
loop chops. Hmm.
we were talking about lucha chops, drop kicks, different stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely depends on like the wrestler. Like headbutts are awesome.
Yeah,
Like
like
I was saying, I love face slaps so much.
I think the knee lift works really well for Takayama because
Yeah, because he's a giant man.
he's so big, right?
He's
Like it,
Tree
also one
trunk
of
legs.
the best wrestlers of all time. So
right.
Uh huh.
So like I think it works well for Takayama to be doing it. I don't know if like random indie guy number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 does the Takayama style knee lift if it's still as cool. Like, you know what I mean? Even if he's like a bigger indie guy, I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, man, I appreciate that anybody sends emails. Please, if you're listening to this, and even if you're one of our friends, and you could just DM us as quick as possible, send us an email because we
That's
are much
awesome.
more likely to read that on the podcast than we would a talk about a random DM or message that happened on a Tuesday in a Discord because our brains are all scattered and we can all at least agree to save the emails until Sunday night when we record. Whereas if you we're not gonna remember if you send us something on Tuesday or Wednesday. Hell, you could send us something on Sunday and we would likely forget about it. Because I don't know, we're all three ADHD riddled humans that I'm amazed we can even get our three brains together to record a
Mhm.
podcast weekly.
oh,
Other
this
I
I
like
feel
I
like
like
this is
that.
a very good use of our and a channeling of our ADHD.
yeah, maybe. Um,
100%.
Fun anyway.
yeah,
Maybe
it's always.
maybe not productive, but fun.
So I think next week we're doing Bradyism.
Let's
Uh,
go.
Yep.
so prepare.
I already know what I want to bring. I think.
I think I know what I'm going to bring, but I'm not. See, the thing is like what am going to bring. I think is dependent on what you guys want
Hmm.
because like I have options knowing my own brain versus like what you guys maybe would think of for me and
Yeah.
knowing what I enjoy. I kind of like I'm interested by the idea that like Obby I feel like it has to be a situation where Obby found something in his opinion that was better than than doing the bit he was talking about of bringing the three different Michinoku Pro tags. Like so that's in my brain right now. That's what I'm thinking is that like something he had to have found something for either me or himself that that diverted that plan. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just watched this one and was like, I can't. There's no reason to try and repeat the bit. Like I can't top it. Or he did the thing where his brain was like, I don't want to watch these 10 guys wrestle each other in 3 weeks in a row and talk about it. Um, oh, we lost him.
I
R.I.P.
think his internet cut out. Internet went down. Storm.
Oh no. Well, all right. I guess we're just gonna end the pod without him because I doubt.
Yeah. Well, I guess it has been file under fire.
Yeah, I guess I mean I'm just gonna leave that in because like
Hey, it works.
if it's storming like I don't know. I mean I doubt he'll be back up
Yeah.
in
Right.
a
That's what I'm
reasonable.
thinking. Hmm.
So yeah, we appreciate anybody who listened. Go check us out on all our socials. Go read Yard Subject to Change. Send us an email at fileunderfirepod@gmail.com. Um, check our Twitter for all the for all the not frogs, sorry, all the pig pictures that Dom sent. We'll make sure that all those get uploaded.
We will
And
definitely. I will definitely bring frogs though. Frogs are maybe toads.
oh
Toads are
yeah,
cool.
tune in next week to hear us talk about matches we consider Bradyism, and more so to hear about Dom's Animal of the Week
Yeah.
next week.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye bye.